While Dead Space Remake promises to preserve the original story, the game has introduced some major improvements and changes. The title is not an HD remake of the original, but a brand new remake of the 2008 game that allows players to relive Isaac's journey through the USG Ishimura. Despite the many doubts and concerns that preceded the game's release, Dead Space Remastered managed to recreate the iconic horror experience that the original offered. EA's latest game has been tested by several media outlets and gamers, and most reviewers are happy with Motive Studios' creation. Considered to be one of the most anticipated video games of 2023, the remake has managed to retain the features of the original while improving and adding various features to enhance the gameplay and story. The Dead Space Remake has Isaac Clarke as the voice director. One of the most notable changes in the Dead Space Remake is the addition of a voice for Isaac Clarke, who will now provide various suggestions and comments as you move around the infected spaceship. Unlike the stoic and cruel demeanor of the original, where he was silent, the remade Isaac is much more emotional and responsive to the game's countless gruesome events and deaths. The dialogue of the supporting cast is also adapted to the talking Isaac, who does not hesitate to speak and argue. Isaac was of course voiced in the original Dead Space 2, but this change significantly changed the atmosphere of the original game. The Dead Space Remake changes the gameplay of the original game. The revamped Dead Space wreaks even more havoc on an already awful game by introducing a skinning system where players can tear apart the bodies of necromorphs. The new mechanic gives players more ways to distract enemies before killing them. Each weapon offers a different playstyle, as some are designed for slicing limbs while others are better suited for skinning. The remake also improves on the zero-gravity mechanics of the original and adds a grinder to Isaac's spacesuit to make traveling around the area less of a chore. The Dead Space Remake also greatly improves on the graphics and visuals of the original. Motive Studio brings new life to USG Ishimura by adding new shaders, geometry, and higher resolution details. The remake also greatly improves the game's lighting effects, adding to the eerie atmosphere of the original. Another big improvement is the lack of loading screens in the Dead Space Remake. In the original game, players can use the tram system to access new areas and advance to the next chapter, but the remake collects all the chapters of USG Ishimura and seamlessly connects them to various connecting areas. Other notable gameplay changes include side quests, new music, story mode, intensity director, updated character models, and a secret ending in the new game. Dead Space Remastered is a faithful reproduction of the original, offering several changes to the iconic horror game, with the biggest changes including better graphics and gameplay, as well as a new voice for Isaac. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and support my channel.